Welcome back, you guys. My name is GamerBoy. Today's game we're going to be playing, it's called Shady, Part of Me. And I really have no idea what's going on. Like, it looks like we're in, like, some school setting, and basically certain things are going to happen. And, okay, so I'm going to immediately have to start off doing the box thing. So that... Okay. Oh, wait. If I put it right there, then I'm going to be able to? Okay, so not exactly. Not really exactly, but Oh. So if I go right... Okay, I can't go further than that, but I can go over to here and get the box and everything. Like, I could have gone this way. Like, I know how I'm supposed to do it, I just... Okay. I'm not really sure on what I'm expecting here. I'm not really sure what
I don't remember what I learned. I remember learning, for sure, but I don't know what.
Is the shadow saying that she doesn't remember what the girl has said to the shadow and doesn't remember what the girl has taught the shadow or something? Like, I'm very unsure on if that's what the shadow is referencing. Like, if the shadow isn't understanding. Okay, I guess. Okay, so I can't push that. I know that for sure, but I'm still very curious on if it's what it is.
Remembering is fine.
So the shadow does not want to remember certain things, because if the shadow does remember these certain things, it brings up bad memories for the shadow, but the girl does need to know these bad memories, because unless the girl experiences these bad memories out loud and just understand that these memories aren't harmful, then maybe that's what's happening. Like maybe the shadow needs to understand the pain that the girl is having, even though the shadow had probably moved on or doesn't understand what's going on. The shadow does need to go and experience what the girl is experiencing, I'm guessing. I'm not really sure, but that's what it does feel like, but I'm not really sure. I'm not sure if it's the psychologist or the not exactly what it's trying to do. So I would like to... Okay, so there must be like something. Wait. Maybe if I do it this way. Yeah, if I do it that... Oh, that's not good.
I can make it. I couldn't.
Okay. That was alarming, but okay, that was
Doing good.
Yeah, I'm doing good, but I also do need to remember what I've learned throughout the puzzles, because apparently I did not know that certain puzzles would be a certain way. I did not know that, but now I do, so that is a thing, I guess. So I need to make sure... Okay, so I can come down to here and do what I need to do. That's good. But I also do need to make sure that I can also not like get hurt and everything. I need to remember not to get hurt, and I need to also remember, okay, so if I do that, then that's gonna happen. So is that what... Oh. Okay, so that is something that I needed to do.
Mind it.
That does not seem okay, but at the same time, it could be okay. I'm not really sure. Like, maybe that because she had excluded herself for so long, she probably is feared by the students because they don't know what's going on. And I say students just because this is like a school setting and everything, but I'm not sure. But the other kids, I'm guessing, avoid her because of the unknown and everything like that, I'm guessing.
It's funny, isn't it? Suddenly I'm the one talking and moving and going forward.
It's showing.
So basically the shadow is now talking and now moving forward because the girl is showing her how to move forward and do everything, and now it's the shadow's turn to go get the help on how to ask the questions or how to help the girl and how to do all these things that the girl now needs, because the girl is wanting the help, but because she pushed everyone away, she now needs extra help in certain areas, and because of that, the shadow doesn't know what to do. That's what I'm guessing. I'm not really sure. I really hope that I'm understanding this at least somewhat. Do not want to get hurt by that. So if by doing that... Okay, so that is gonna be like that.
You're doing a good job. Step by step.
That is true. The shadow is trying their best because the girl isn't talking and the girl isn't helping. So the shadow can only do what they can do to help. And how do I get back over there?
I'm doing a good job. I'm doing a good job. Yes.
So the shadow doesn't really understand that they're doing as much as they can, and what they're doing is actually helping, and the shadow just doesn't understand that what they're doing is right, so they're asking all these questions, but the, I guess, therapist is going and helping the shadow realize that they're doing everything right by asking the questions, by going and helping the girl, by doing what they need to do and everything. So they need some positive reassurance that they are doing everything that they can. They are doing everything that they can to help the girl move forward, but the girl has to also help along the way. And without both of them working together, none of this is gonna be worth any of it, I'm guessing. I'm not really sure. I really, really hope that this turns out to be a happy ending. And okay, so this is gonna be a dead end for the shadow until the girl does what the girl needs to do. Did not realize that was what I needed to do, but apparently so, I guess. Oh, need a pull. Okay, so I got it. I just needed to do it in a certain way. And
I think I understand.
I think I do too.
So now that the girl is speaking, and now that the shadow... I'm still thinking that the shadow is her parent. I'm still thinking that it's like a parent or parents trying to help her and everything. Like, I'm guessing that the shadow now, more like her parents, her parent or parents and everything, basically now understand what the girl is going through. So now, because the girl has spoken up, has said what is wrong, the parent now understands that the shadow... Basically, the parent knows that the problem is something that they can work on and can fix, but at the same time, it's gonna take the therapist, the shadow / parent, and the girl all working together to be able to make any of this work. Because if not everyone is helping to work on it, then nothing is gonna get done. That's what I'm getting. I say that a lot just because I'm really unsure if I'm understanding this game even a slight bit, because it's very complicated and I'm unsure if I'm understanding. Okay, so this is something that's happening. Okay, so the girl is rebuilding the bridges and telling the therapist and the parent, her parent, what's going on, and the parent has finally slowed down, paid attention to the girl, and did what the girl needed the parent to do, or the therapist needed the parent needed to do. And because the parent has slowed down, did what the girl needed, they basically are now understanding, and they can now go down the path of recovery. And on the path of recovery,
I'm afraid she won't forgive me. Do you think I can make her understand?
So, because the girl didn't get understood by the shadow basically thinks that the girl won't forgive her and everything. The girl won't forgive the shadow is what the shadow is thinking, and maybe the parent or shadow did something or wasn't there to help. So because of something happening where the shadow wasn't there, or they did something that they weren't really meant to do at that time, or it probably hurt the girl. Maybe something like that happened and the girl won't forgive or forget at this point, but they are willing to go ahead and do what they need to do. And maybe down the line, the girl might forgive the shadow or parent and everything, but that's only if time will tell if the girl will forgive the shadow.
You must move on.
Do I really have to leave her behind?
So basically what it's, I guess, saying is that the shadow has to understand what's hurting them and what's going on in their own, like, area of life, so then they can come back and pick up the girl and understand that it's not just the girl hurting, it's the parent also not understanding because they don't want to get hurt as well again, I'm guessing. That would make logical sense in a scenario like this. I'm not really sure if it is, but it would make... So the girl doesn't want her parent or shadow to go and leave and just do it on their own and everything. Even though the shadow / parent can do it on their own, the girl doesn't want them to do it on their own. So I'm guessing that this is them trying to help and try to... Whoops. Wrong character to do this with. We're trying to move the girl, not the shadow. But I'm guessing because of what's happening and what things were going on and everything, I guess the shadow wants to do it on their own, but the girl does not want them to do it on their own because the girl now is ready for the help and any type of help that they can do or receive that they want and everything. Now they're ready. And they've done what they needed to do in that regard, I'm guessing. So because of things that have happened, and now that the girl has understood that it's okay to get the help, it's okay to do this process, and it's gonna take a long time to do it, but the girl is now realizing, I'm guessing, that it's not something that to fear. It's not something to fear. The help is not there to fear. It's there, yes, it's gonna be complicated and it's gonna be hard and it's gonna be something that the girl probably doesn't want and everything, but the girl is gonna need to do it because it's something...
You cannot do all this on your own.
Yeah, the shadow cannot do this all on her own, but the girl cannot do it all on her own either. It's a team effort from both of them to help figure out what's going on and what to do. And if they try to do it on their own, it's not going to heal or fix anything. It's just going to make the problem still be there, make the person feel okay, but the problem will still be there, and the other person's not going to understand what's going on in the other person's area, and it's just going to leave the other person behind. And when the other person tries to help, they'll just make it worse because the person is going to be feeling okay and better and things in their expertise of where they got the help, but because the other person wants to help as well and didn't get the help when they tried it on their own, when the shadow basically tried it on their own and the girl didn't, or the girl did it on their own and the shadow didn't, basically it's basically they can't do it alone. They just can't do it alone, and it's a tandem thing. It's basically what I'm trying to get at. It's a tandem thing, and if one does it, the other has to do it, or else whoever does it on their own is gonna leave the other person behind, and it's not gonna work. That's what I'm getting, but I'm really, really not sure. But I really do like the therapist character in this, because the therapist character, I'm guessing, is a therapist. I'm just guessing, just because of the type of stuff that the third person is saying. So I'm guessing that it's a therapist, but I am liking the therapist character because whoever did this game really got down who and what a therapist is, and it's really well done and everything in that expertise.
No one is watching anymore.
So basically the therapist is now talking to both of them and it making them understand that what they were afraid of isn't there anymore. So yes, they can talk about it, yes, they can do it, and whatever they need help with, it's right there and they can have the help, but they need to work on it together without that third party there. Yes, the third party is there to help and see what the shadow and the girl aren't seeing, but overall, the shadow and the girl need to work out the problems together, because if not, then the problems are gonna still be there, and they can't move one without moving the other person. So that's what I'm guessing. I really do hope that this is a happy ending, but I'm really unsure. I'm just really unsure. But yeah, I'm guessing that it's all based around doing it in tandem. Basically, you can't have one without.
Watching.
So, does the girl help in some way, or like what? I need to go and make sure that I can go over here with the girl, and they have to work out whatever puzzle that there is together, so then they can see and work on it without it being a single project. Like, most of the puzzles have been worked out in a singular way, but not all the puzzles. Like, there have been certain puzzles where they have worked out together, but they now need to work it out more than just together. They need to do it as a team now, instead of just one at a time. They need to do it. Okay, not exactly what I was trying to do. I was trying to do this one. Wait. Okay, so I need to do that, I guess. Okay, so not exactly. Oh, so I actually need to do
No
both
one is
at the same
judging your
time.
choices.
No one is judging. I am on my own, in a good way.
So basically, even though that they need to do stuff together, being on their own is a good thing, but being together is something that they need to do as well. Like, one can't function without the other, but there are gonna be times where they need to do it on their own, and they need to be not together in a tandem way and everything. That's what I'm getting. I'm not really sure. Okay, how am I supposed to do this now? Oh, okay, so I need to, like, do that. Okay, makes sense now that I'm not understanding. So, I'm guessing because the girl was getting like the girl didn't want the help, the shadow is now wanting to go and be able to move forward, and now that the shadow has moved somewhat forward, I'm guessing that the girl is feeling left behind and now wants to get the help and everything, because they see how good it feels as they see it through the shadow and everything. I'm guessing that's what's going on. I'm not really sure, but that's what it seems like to me. Like, okay, that was something, I guess. Like, I'm not really sure on what's happening, but it feels like
Try to focus on your memory.
so the girl needs to focus on the memory of what happened and what caused her wanting to be with her friends in the castle, in her room, and with all the books and everything. Because if the memory that she is pushing away doesn't get resolved and everything, then basically it's never gonna be able to move forward and everything. So even if it's like 1 or 2 memories, or maybe even 3, they need to focus on the memories, fix the memories, and show that the memories are, yes, they might be bad, but that the girl can still move forward in some way. I'm guessing that's what's happening. I'm not really sure,
Try
but
to
that's...
focus on your dreams.
So now the therapist wants to go and focus on the dreams of the girl, I guess. I'm not really sure, but that's what it feels like. I understand that dreams do tell a lot about someone, but I'm not really sure on like how exactly this is gonna like be a good way,
On
I
your
guess.
progress.
Okay, so there is like a progress of what's happening. Like, I am moving forward within this area, but am I at all doing this correctly? Like, I know okay. Oh, I am actually moving forward. I thought I wasn't doing it correctly, but yeah,
You should try harder.
Okay, why does the therapist want us to always try harder? Like, I understand, like, it's hard to go and do all of this, and they want to try hard on doing everything, but you can only push yourself so much. You can only push yourself so much before it just hurts so much that you just break down into a puddle of tears. And sometimes, yes, it's necessary to be a puddle of tears and just get out whatever you need, so then you can have your problems out in the open, so then everyone can hear it. And yes, it doesn't resolve anything when you just do that, but when you do have a good cry about it and you just get it all out without the other person helping, they're just there to listen and to make sure that you don't go off the rails and do anything that you might regret and everything. That is, I think, what the therapist wants us to do, but I'm unsure if that's what the therapist wants us to do. It's just like break down into a puddle of tears, say what's wrong, and have it out in the open, so then when the shadow is ready to, the shadow can go and come back and say, yes, these are the things that this girl has said, and we need to fix it, but I am glad that we worked hard enough so the girl can go and break down into a puddle of tears and everything, so then they could tell us, so she could tell us what's going on. That's probably what's gonna happen. I'm not sure, and I'm saying
moving on is not forgetting.
that is true. Yes, moving forward is not forgetting. Like, pushing your problems away and forgetting your problems is not moving forward. Moving forward does require still being able to remember those past things that have hurt, but even though those past things have hurt, you still do need to go and remember them, as they are a learning experience that you do need to learn from, and without that learning experience of the past, you would not be the person you are today. Without hurt, without pain, without misery, without happiness, without joy, without the things that make up your emotions, you wouldn't be the person you are today. And without those things that hurt, you don't get the person you are today. And I'm guessing that's what the therapist wants the shadow to remember and everything. The shadow is probably trying to forget those horrible stuff that has happened, try to forget those horrible people, try to forget all of these things that are in the shadow's past. But now that the shadow is trying to help the girl, the shadow needs to go and remember, yes, these bad things have happened, these things have hurt me or us in the past, but they're not there to hurt us anymore. So maybe if I talk about it with the girl can heal as well as I can heal right alongside this person. And yes, it's gonna feel like it's painful and like you want to just hide from all of this pain and suffering and everything, but I'm guessing that the therapist wants us to suffer in a good cry just so then we can figure out what's going on. I'm guessing that's what's going on.
Do this.
I'm guessing that's what's going on, and I'm guessing that's how we just need to be able to move on from what pains us right now, because if we don't move on and fix what pains us in the moment and still remember that yes, there has been things in the past that have hurt, then we're probably not going to be able to move forward with the girl's not going to be able to move forward, and the girl's just going to stay in place, and they're not.
Need me.
Yes, that is true. The girl still want the shadow. The shadow needs the girl, and the shadow is hurting and everything. And I'm guessing that there's something that the shadow did or didn't do that the girl is a part of, and because of the girl hurting, the shadow is hurting as well. I'm guessing. I'm guessing. I'm piecing it together little by little, and I hope I am getting this down I'm not really sure if I am getting this down in any way because it feels really confusing at the moment. It really feels very confusing at the moment. I really hope I'm getting this correctly because if I'm getting
You must accept your wavering. It's a part of you, and we need to set a clear goal. Together.
That is true. That is true. If you try to just do it on your own, yes, you can do that and everything, but you need to communicate and figure out what the goal of what you want to achieve is. You can't just go and do it yourself because this is a tandem experience, and if at the age I guess the girl is at, she can't just do it on her own. The girl at the age that she's at cannot do it on her own because she is looking like she is a kid. I'm guessing that she is a kid and she can't just do it on her own, and the shadow can't just go and say, oh, we're just doing this, we're just doing that, we're just doing whatever we can to fix it. They do need to come together and figure out, this is the goal that we need to work towards, how do we achieve it, but they need to also know how do we do it together, not just by themselves and everything. That's what I'm guessing. I hope I'm piecing it together somehow.
Please don't leave me here.
So, is this basically the girl thinks that the shadow is leaving the girl because the girl thinks that the shadow is doing it on their own, and they think that the shadow thinks that the girl is old enough to understand, yes, you need to go and do this on your own, but the girl still wants whoever the shadow is. I'm still thinking that it's her parents. I'm still thinking it's a parent or parents. But yeah, I'm guessing that the girl still wants her parent around or parents around, and they just are afraid if they move forward and do it on their own, they're gonna lose that one person that they always want to be around and everything. I'm guessing. I'm not sure. Oh!
I'm not just a memory, I'm still here.
And if you look deeper, what do you see?
If I look deeper.
So basically, the shadow and girl are trying to work together to remember these memories together, not just as separate people. They're trying to remember it together so they can figure out what's going on, what hurts, what pains each other and everything. But while, yes, it pains them in different ways, they're trying to figure out what pains them together and what's the source of each other's pain, so then they can work on it together and less separate, more together and everything. Like, I'm really, really unsure if that's what it's trying to say, but I really hope that it becomes a good thing. Like, by how it's presenting itself now, I'm not seeing the shadow as a parent. I'm seeing it more as an adult or teenager being childish, and basically because they see themselves as a child and as them doing childish things, they have two parts of themselves. Basically, their physical person basically being old enough, like a teenager or a parent, and their mental state of them being a kid, and if they need to now grow up together instead of separately when basically this whatever trauma thing happened and they need to now come together. That's what it now seems like to me, because they are talking in tandem and they are seeming like they are one person and everything, but separate at different lengths, like, and everything, because the therapist does seem like they're getting to the root of the problem, but they need to also have both the shadow and the girl work together in tandem. But that's just what I'm thinking. I'm not sure. This game is a little bit weird. I am going to leave it here, of course, just because, wow, that area took forever. And I do apologize if these episodes are really long, but I do have a lot to, like, comment on this. Like, it's not just gameplay. It is a lot of me talking, and I do apologize, but wow, I never knew when starting this game that I would have a lot to say about it. I never knew that I had a lot to say about this game. I just thought this was a game about a shadow and a girl. I just thought it was about that, and I did not know that I would have a lot to say about it, and it would be as deep as it is, but I am loving every second of it, and I can't get enough of this game, but I really do hope that when I get to the end, it's not like a big tragedy that happens, and it's like, oh, now they can move on because they're now dead or something. I don't want that to be like the end and everything. Like, I hope that they get the help and they're still alive and that they are able to like say, thank you, doctor, thank you for helping me get past whatever ailed me or something like that. I really hope it's like that and everything, and it's a happy ending and it's not like a sad but good ending. I hope it's like a good possible ending and everything, and it's not like someone's dead. But I don't know how this game's gonna end. I'm on the final chapter area, so that's good. I still do have to do the acts within the chapter and everything, so that is something. But anyway, I am just gonna leave this episode here, and I am just gonna go. See ya! If you like this video, hit that like button. If you want more videos by me, GamerBoy, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all guys in the next